happening Wednesday? What's happening Wednesday? Hey! Showcasing businesses, entrepreneurs, events in the community with MC, Dury, and PB. That's Bad Boy. We're live every Wednesday after 5.
Thank you so much for joining What's Happening Wednesday. It's your girl, MC Dury. And you know what else happens on Wednesday? Our midweek boost. Yes, the doors of the church are open. So come out to 4285 Cleveland Street in Gary, Indiana, and get an awesome boost in faith taught by Dr. Joyce Oliver. Like I said, the doors of the church are open. So come out this Sunday for service. Yes, service, 10:30 a.m., and you will get a life-changing word taught by Dr. Cedric Oliver. In need of faith, increase, healing, will come out every Tuesday at 10 a.m. for your faith and healing message. And we're live. Don't forget, you can watch us live streaming on Facebook and YouTube. What's Happening Wednesday? Appreciate our sponsors. We love you and thank you. Want to be a sponsor on What's Happening Wednesday? No problem. DM me on the What's Happening Wednesday page or email MUADury communitypromotion@gmail.com.
Little Lou's Beauty and Barber College, where we help you find your purpose and teach you practical techniques in a diverse hands-on environment, where we help perfect your skill in a trade that can lead you to financial independence. Call to enroll now, 219-884-9954. Little Lou's Beauty and Barber College.
For more information and to purchase product, please visit Instagram at Simply Healthy Ways. Looking for a photographer? Need help with videography? How about music? Need someone to do voiceovers? Well, Mixed Up Music Entertainment is for you. Give them a call, 219-525-1044, or email at mumentstudio@gmail.com. MUADury offers beauty enhancements, personalized consultations, classes, makeovers, products, and more. And we're excited about our 3-piece Brown Me Baby kit, which is available on muadury.com. But wait, there's more coming from the MUA's makeup line. We have kits specialized for the natural, diva, and glam beauty. It's a part of our Glam Me Baby line. Coming soon. What's Happening Wednesday would like to thank our sponsors. And if you would like to be a sponsor or on the show, DM me on What's Happening Wednesday Facebook page or email MUADury communitypromotion@gmail.com. So let's get ready for the show.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening Wednesday? Hello, hello. It's your girl MC Dury, and it is Wednesday. And what's happening is you, okay? You can be right here with me on Wednesday. Just go to the What's Happening Wednesday page and book your slot. Okay, guys, so I'm excited. I'm excited. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so we will not be worshiping tonight at Embassies of Christ, but we will be there tomorrow, 9 a.m., a 1 hour service, okay? Giving God all the thanks, okay? So if you want to join us, come out to 4285 Cleveland Street, Gary, Indiana, tomorrow at 9 a.m. But I'm so excited because today I have my special guests back. I told you guys they were going to be coming back. We need them, okay? They have a ministry that we need. So I have the marriage educators back. Woo! Frank and Janae
Hey, how you doing?
McKnight.
Good, good. Glad to be back. Glad to be
Glad to
back.
be
Glad to be back. And let's not forget my boo thing, Henderson, up in here. He's
Right.
here as well.
Yeah.
Guys, it's a family affair.
Right, right, right.
It's a family affair. Okay, so look, we are back. We want to talk about what's going on with the marriage educators, and they are going to just bless us today. Last time, if you this was October, they told us who they were, what they had going on, and the ministry that they are so blessed to bless us with, and that is the marriage ministry. So today, with Thanksgiving coming around, the holidays coming around, we still need to be educated by the marriage educators.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. Okay, so we got some questions for you guys. So I am going to tell you, if you're watching, please share, okay? If you care, share this live right now. You do not know who may need this video, okay? And we are not here for ourselves, but each other. And so we're going to get some good tidbits today from the marriage educators, Janae and Frank McKnight. So I want you guys to share. Also, don't forget, put your cash app in the comments. What's happening Wednesday would like to be a blessing to you. So let me go ahead and put you guys on here. Solo. Bam. There you go. I
Oh, there
see
we
you.
are. Yeah.
I see you. So, real quick, for those who, someone who may be new, who may be joining us, who do not know you, tell us who you are and what you do.
All right, so we are the marriage educators, and basically what we do is we give different messages to married couples through our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. We've done 9 different episodes about marriage, and we're getting ready to start soon with season 2.
Season 2.
And basically, we give like practical everyday tips on how to deal with different things in marriage. We offer premarital as well as marriage counseling and couples counseling who are not married yet. And we also offer relationship counseling. And I think I shared last time that we are going to experiment with counseling those that have either been widowed or those that have been divorced and they want to try again after several years. Maybe they might be in their 50s or 60s, but that's also another new part of the ministry that we are venturing to try and to start doing also. But yeah, that's what we do. Anything
Right,
on this?
right. And then also we have we've been blessed to share this with different marriage events at other churches and in other cities. So we're excited about that, as well as doing some things online as well, so that we can get the marriage educators out there to help those who may not can come, but they can certainly get zoomed in or do us online.
Okay, yes. So, I apologize. Coming on here solo real quick. So, once again, these are the marriage educators, Frank and Janae McKnight. So, if you have any questions for them, feel free to type them in the comments. But what we're going to discuss today, what I want to discuss today is, because this is the holiday season, and it's the holiday season, and I get all of you guys up in here now. I'm going to remove you, Henderson, real quick, but because this question is coming to you guys, and then, Henderson, also you'll be able to put your input on this question. But with the holiday season, with families coming together, and in this season that we're in, a lot of us are not able to spend time, directly with our families.
Mhm.
What tips would you have for family gatherings right now, or for those who cannot, actually be with their families right now in person? What
Sure.
tips do you have?
Well, one great tip that I have, and because of technology, we can do what we call a family Zoom gathering,
Mhm.
which
Ah.
means that family members can Zoom each other or
Mhm.
FaceTime each other. We recommend scheduling a set time of maybe 3 or 4 when the whole family can get online and can just talk and share, and everybody can kind of see, each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's one very creative way. We could always say, "Oh, well, yeah, let's give them a phone call," but it's nothing like seeing, that family member.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in my family, we have done it, several times for different occasions. And Thanksgiving should definitely be a time where family can get together. If not in person, we can get together virtually.
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
do encourage that. And then one activity that I would recommend is that each person on the Zoom go around and tell what they're thankful for.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
We know that this has been a trying year of 2020, but what are we thankful for? Because
Mhm.
God still has been very good, and so that could be one activity that a family could have during that Zoom time. You know,
Mhm.
and I recommend stay on Zoom as long as everybody can. It doesn't have to be a 45-minute or 30-minute. Hey, you can Zoom for an hour or two. Get your plate, bring it there, and just enjoy each other.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so, Henderson, I'm going to add you to this because you,
Lost her.
Oh, did we lose? Okay,
Yeah, I lost her voice. I don't know why, but she said she's gonna add me.
okay,
Did she kick
but
herself
yeah.
completely off? Yeah, but
Mhm.
anyway, like for me, for this season, um, my kids are, all my kids are young adults, so they have jobs and they have other obligations they have, which they're not able to make it down. So this would be like the first year where I don't have any of my kids that'll be with me. So it's definitely that was a good tip. But I did think about that, but I'm like, okay, when do I schedule it so that we all can be on? So that was definitely that was a tidbit there that was like, okay, that sounds like something I can do. Hello, still there? Did I lose? Am I still on? Alrighty. I
Schedule.
guess I'm still on. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All righty.
Okay.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. So there are a lot of creative ways, to
Mhm.
do it. If Zoom doesn't work, then FaceTime can certainly
Yeah.
is another avenue that can happen.
Mhm.
Now, one tidbit that I do want to share, in addition to saying what you're thankful for, there's a lot of online games
Right.
that
Right.
families
That's what
can
I was
play.
thinking right now.
And I
Mhm.
had my wife just to share because we did an online Zoom game
Right.
with some of our family members.
Yeah, we had a Zoom family game night, and it was really fun because, of course, like everyone is in all different places, like you were saying with your family, and so we played Kahoot online, and it was basically like different games about, like for tomorrow you could do like different games about Thanksgiving, or trivia, different little movie or television shows or whatever you want to do, because they have a long, long list of different topics for trivia.
Mhm.
And basically, everybody just has to download the game Kahoot to their phone, and then they just
Mhm.
answer, and somebody's, they're showing it on the screen, like share your screen. So Brian, like you would set it up, show your screen, and then
Right.
you would have the question show up there, and then everybody punches in their answer from their phone, and then the results will show up right there and show you who won that round. And then at the end of maybe 10 questions, or you do 15 or 20 questions, then you see who the winner is. And it's really fun because like everybody can get in on it, and it's something to do.
Right, and you can use your cell phone,
Mhm.
with it as well. So that's definitely one activity. Another activity that a family can do via Zoom or virtually is to gather a few family photos.
Oh yeah.
Looking at some old pictures and holding it up to the screen of maybe some past Thanksgivings, or maybe some
Yeah.
some relatives that that you want to remember. And then also you can also talk about different food dishes that that maybe each family has made, or what they remember about some past Thanksgiving. So
Yeah, that's
there's,
definitely that'll work right
there's
there.
quite a few activities that one can engage themselves in. So
Yeah. That
Cool,
sounds
mm,
cool.
like a good one. I like
That's
that about the
yeah. Well,
picture.
that one right there, the pictures that I like that one too.
That's
mhm,
cool.
Yeah,
yeah,
those
yeah.
pictures, the pictures, man. My family would have a ball with those because my mom
Yeah.
is the one that has like all of the pictures. So
Oh
Oh,
like
yeah.
the
Okay.
ones
oh,
the ones you don't want nobody to see. The
Right.
ones where your haircut wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? At the time, like they
Mhm.
did your lining with a butter knife and all that other stuff. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Right. Yes. Exactly. Exactly.
they be like this. They be like, there go that picture right there.
yeah. You know what I'm
Playing
Mhm.
it
saying?
on
That'd be like those new kids. They'd be like, "What is those?" Because like, man,
Yes.
my mom got some
Exactly.
pictures of my mom got some
Exactly.
pictures of me. I'm like, please don't ever show those.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So those are some excellent things that one can do, virtually to enjoy Thanksgiving with family.
yeah.
Um,
Yes. Okay, and that's good. So, let me just go right here real quick. If you've just joined, we're online with the marriage educators, okay? And they're giving us some tidbits, some examples on how we're able to spend this holiday season. We're basically still social distancing. Families can't really be together like they have been in the past. So we're just giving you guys some tidbits, some tips on what you can do on actually still having your family with you. So I do have a question for you guys real quick. I have a question about you guys have been married for quite a while. So with new marriages coming in, and don't you know how it is, well, we going to my family first, or we gonna go over to this family, and sometimes you may have that little tiff of where we're going, when we're going, how we're going. So could you give us some tidbits or some tips on how couples can like avoid arguments about
mhm.
family gatherings?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
You want
Okay.
me to start? You want me to start?
Yeah, I'll let you start. I'll start.
So just using ourselves as an example, that was definitely something that came up early on in marriage. So like before we had kids, it was kind of okay because one of our traditions every year was to go. We went gospel skating every year because they would always have it on Thanksgiving, and that's actually how we met. So that was kind of like a thing for us every year at Thanksgiving. We would kind of reminisce about how we met. But basically, we would just schedule the time. So it was agreed that we would go to Frank's family in the daytime, and then we would go to my family later, and then we would go out to the skating rink later on that night because it was usually kind of late, like 10
Yeah,
o'clock,
it was
right?
late.
And then once the kids came, we pretty much kept the same thing up, except we didn't do the skating part anymore. We just would go, we picked which family's house we were going to go over to, and we would just go to one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And that's kind of how it was agreed. Now that our kids are older and our families are kind of like spread out a little bit, we try to plan ahead of time, like who's doing what, who's having
Hmm.
this at their house, who's having that at their house. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go here in the morning, we'll go here in the afternoon, and then we'll go here at night. So, however, but we just come up with a plan for it and make sure we hit every house. And if we're having something, then everybody comes here, or we all go to one place. So yeah.
Yeah. And just to add, to that, if you're married and let's say your spouse's family is out of state
Oh
or
yeah.
out of town, then as a couple, you can decide,
Mhm.
this year we'll spend Thanksgiving with your family, and then
Mhm.
next year we'll do Thanksgiving with the other family, or you can do Christmas and Thanksgiving. For
Mhm.
example, we'll go to your family for Thanksgiving, and then we'll fly out to my family for Christmas. And you can also kind of, switch it up.
Yeah.
But like my wife said, it really worked for us to be able to go to my parents earlier in the day because they
Mhm.
ate earlier, and then her
Mhm.
parents in the later afternoon or evening because they ate kind of late. So you kind of have to, to kind of gauge that. And
Yeah.
then I think it's important to let your in-laws or family know that we've got several stops to make, meaning
Mhm.
that we may not be there for 6 or 7 hours, but we're going
Mhm.
to be there for a good
Right.
amount of time to
Mhm.
enjoy food and to enjoy family, not coming in, getting your plate and running out the door, but actually sitting down, spending time. And really for years, and we'll be transparent here, for years we never hardly even cooked Thanksgiving dinner ourselves because we
Mm.
had
Look at Janae.
customers. And listen, and when you go to Thanksgiving and it's family, they're gonna make a plate for you to go so that you'll have something to eat Friday and maybe
Yes.
Saturday.
That was what.
Mhm.
Yeah, then usually Sunday you about ready for that pizza. But but yeah, so for years, but and I think it was several years, even after when the children came, I think we had maybe one or two where we hosted
Mhm.
Thanksgiving at our home or had our
Mm.
own, Thanksgiving dinner. So yeah.
Mhm.
So those would be our tips as far as choosing or seeing where you're going to spend, Thanksgiving. I've even known some couples to say that they spent just their first Thanksgiving together, just the two of them.
Mhm.
So, but I think it's a communication issue that you want to have with
Yeah.
your
Your spouse
spouse
early
as to
on.
how do we handle,
Mhm.
Thanksgiving, or how do you want to do it. So, mm,
Yeah. And I
Mhm.
was definitely going to say it has to be with communication.
yeah,
Yeah.
Um because I know for us a lot of times we host pretty much everything when it
okay,
comes, and so
Yeah.
with that you have us that host, but then you have some family members that still want to do their own thing. They still want
mhm,
you to come out, and
yeah,
you're like, no, come this way. And so
Mhm.
a lot of times it's not, sometimes it's not even with the couple, it's with the in-laws, or the, you know what I'm saying, the family
right,
that's
yeah,
having those issues sometimes.
hmm
So
hmm
um but yeah, that's a good tidbit. Basically, first and foremost is communication.
yeah,
It's communication with each other.
mhm,
But I want to touch bases on, ma- you know, a loss in the family.
mm,
With married couples, like what type of, or how, I'm going to say, how am I saying this? How, as a couple, do you um how are you able to, I'm trying to see how I really want to word this, so give me a moment.
mhm,
So with the loss in the family at this time and being married, what is the best advice you can actually give married couples on how we're actually to even um discuss this with, because some of us have had a loss and couldn't even go and see these family members, and
Mhm.
so a lot of times, there can be some animosity, with couples, because you know how grief is.
Mhm.
Grief have people going a lot of different ways sometimes. So do you have any advice on how married couples should handle a loss, especially in this time?
So like during this time right now, again, this is new for everyone, but it's not new for God. One thing about it is that He knows how to get us through every situation. So basically, definitely, the first thing you want to do is pray.
mhm,
And if your mate is, if you can tell that they're just not really in that mood for, a lot of talking, sometimes support looks like just sitting with them and being quiet. Sometimes support looks like just offering to get them, wait, hey, what do you need? You need something to eat, you need something to drink. I'm here for you. You just need, it's not always a talking or trying to get them to get over it or a long discussion. Sometimes support for someone, for your mate, is just simply being there. And even if they say they don't want to be around people at that moment, don't be offended. Don't allow your feelings to get hurt. Just let them have that moment alone, because everybody grieves differently. Maybe they just need a moment to tune in and pray and have God to give them that time of comfort and peace. Because right now, that is the worst thing, is the fact that you do have to deal with the loss of someone and you can't be there for them. But again, God will give you that reassurance. He will give you that comfort and that peace. And so therefore, that's how you know that, you'll get through this time. But as a mate, the best thing is to just offer support in the way that they guide you to how they need support.
hmm
That's
Right.
good.
And then, to add to the other part of your
That's good.
question, maybe
That's
going
real.
around other family member where there may be, some tension or some animosity based upon what Big Mama left them or didn't
Oh,
leave them, and all of that.
yeah.
Sometimes families gatherings can be very, very, tense.
Hmm.
And so, I always encourage couples, go together, don't
Hmm.
send your mate there alone,
Yeah.
but be there, as a support. I always say pray before you go,
Yeah.
because if you sense it or you feeling something, or the Lord may be, saying, hey, you need to pray up before you go and get around, cousin Susie, because she goes off or whatever. And so, again, pray first, and then just pray for a spirit of peace and a spirit of
Hmm.
calm, over the family. And then sometimes you don't necessarily have to engage, but you can speak in a loving, kind, manner,
Hmm.
and or not necessarily deal with it in a group or crowd setting,
Right.
because you want to focus in on, being, thankful. But
Hmm.
I would say just being there for that spouse if they're going into a Thanksgiving situation where there may be tension, as a result of losing a key family member, in a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Hmm.
That's good
hmm
information right there.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good information. Henderson, you got anything to add to that?
Well, just pretty much to, what I'm saying, to kind of piggyback off of what Frank said. The main thing is what I liked about the both of them said is that the support. You want to support your mate because I think most couples, that's where they miss it. It's
Yeah.
really it's really about the two of you, and how your household is functioning when you make a decision. Because after the family leaves and after the holidays over, then it's still you stuck with just the two of you guys and the
Right.
decision that was made on that day. So I really think that the thing that Frank said is like just praying before you go into a situation when you know it's
Yeah.
tense definitely is going
hmm
to be a key factor in making sure that all things are well. But that's definitely it right there.
That's right. And
Yeah.
I like how you said that too, Brian, because you both have to stick, like a couple has to stick by each other's side,
Yeah.
because everybody else is going to eventually leave and go to
Yes.
their home.
hmm
And
Hmm.
then you don't jump and agree with a family member over your mate, because this is who you vowed that you would be with
Yes.
until death do us
Yes.
part, in
hmm
sickness and in health and through good and bad. So this is who you vowed to be with. So if anything, whether even if you don't agree with your mate, you never let your family members know. They
Hmm.
never
Never.
know that you
Yes.
agree. You
hmm
guys talk together once everybody is gone, and just say, well,
hmm
I don't really agree with that right now, but I'm gonna try to see it from your perspective. And hey, we just gonna continue to keep loving each other. I still love you, and maybe God to give me the revelation and help me see it from your way. You see what I'm
hmm
saying? But
hmm
again, that's a mistake that, especially sometimes like new couples, they make that mistake of agreeing with a family member, whether it's mama,
Yeah.
daddy, or whatever like that. And I'm all for, everyone loving your mom, loving your dad, but they don't come first when it comes to your mate. They're
Hmm.
secondary.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the
That's
thing.
definitely
That's
that's definitely key.
priorities. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah, that's definitely the key. And I want to say that, at least, going through the marriage counseling like we did with you, and just knowing, being able to know who your mate is, you
Mm-hmm.
definitely that's definitely the key thing is that
Yeah.
you have to make joint decisions
Right.
and always present as a united front in front of everyone, because again, like you said, the covenant you made was between your mate and God,
Mhm.
not mom and them, cousin them,
Right.
Mhm.
daughter and them. And I think more or less that's the best information for like couples, is that you have to always think about your spouse and
Yeah.
not everybody else, because at the end of the day they go home and you're
Yeah.
Right.
stuck in the house with your wife, or
Hmm.
forever. You at least
Yeah.
took that
That's,
you
yeah.
took that vow forever. So if you make the mistake of siding with somebody else, that might be your suggested sleeping place.
Hey. Mhm.
Yeah, so you definitely, what I'm saying. One thing I've learned through, what I'm saying, through this whole situation here, is that a happy wife is a happy life. And I mean, I'm just
Right.
speaking that from a
Mhm.
husband's perspective, because like
Mhm.
once you make sure that the queen is okay, then the household is
House is
like
in order.
at
Yes.
rest.
You're right. You're right.
Everybody can chill, but if the queen upset, the whole house is gonna be kind of disruptive.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
you want to make sure, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. You are
But
so on
that's
point.
yeah, that's good, bro.
Hmm.
Hey, I trust me. I've learned a lot in these few years, and it's been a blessing, because definitely, just the tidbits we took away from the marriage counseling, and
Hmm.
then just being transparent. We both were married before,
Hmm.
so coming back into a relationship, and making it the best relationship
Yeah.
Right. Right.
is what is different than I can say in my past. It's just knowing what position we both play,
Mhm.
what is the what the saying what God has as ordained rank, God
Mhm.
first, your wife, and then everybody else, you know what I'm saying. And
Right.
it just makes sense when you're in your position, and you make positional decisions like that. It just makes everything better.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right. And now, I'll add this with Thanksgiving and Christmas. Too, you can also, as a couple, create your own traditions.
Yeah. Mhm.
Some things that you do. Maybe the day after Thanksgiving, as your family unit, whether husband or wife or
Mhm.
children, decorate or decorate the house, for Christmas,
Mhm.
or creating a family tradition of, even though we're going to go over to grandma's house or mom's house, we were going to cook our own dessert together.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Yeah.
you can kind of create some of those traditions. And we do encourage couples, hey, as you're married, there's some traditions you're going, that you should start for yourself, whether it's we go to Thanksgiving good morning service, and then we
Mhm.
go to breakfast, and then we'll start cooking or something like that. So I always encourage couples to to kind of start creating certain traditions of your own, in addition to visiting and staying connected with family.
Mhm.
That's definitely
And
good.
you
That's
know
good.
what, real quick, if we got time, D, I just wanted to say,
Uh-huh.
just being transparent about a point that Bryant said about a happy wife, is a happy life. And it's so interesting that I was reading somewhere and they were just saying like how, yes, as a queen, I definitely agree with that. But I was convicted because what I read, it was just basically like that, again, that doesn't mean leave the king out. You know what I mean? Like you want him to be happy as well. And
Mhm.
that is just as important, not only just for the queen to be happy, but it's really important for the king to be happy too. And so, that just kind of convicted me because I was all on that queen thing too. I was like, yes, yes, I gotta be happy. I'm, you know,
Mhm.
but
Well,
Yeah.
but
I think
I'm
more or
still
less.
on that.
Yeah.
I mean seriously, I'm
No,
just
I'm just kidding. But you know
Hey,
what? I truly understand it. Let me say this, because even though Henderson he says that a lot of happy wife, happy life, but me making him happy
Mhm.
yes,
is a happy life.
yes,
Yeah.
So people may take that as just thinking about, oh, he's, he just bowing down, he just trying to do stuff for her. No, that comes together because
Right.
remember we're one. So
yes,
that happy wife, that's me making you happy and you making me
Mhm.
happy.
Right.
Um,
Mhm.
because really it just it rhymes, happy life, happy wife, happy life, that rhymes, but to
yeah,
get into it is
mm,
actually each other making each other happy.
yes.
Right.
So yes, I truly understand
and
what you were
I
saying.
mean,
I understand.
I like riding with.
You're
You
at
I was
say
work.
riding with
what?
that more or less. I was riding with that more or less because can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
we can
Okay. Oh,
hear
I'm
you.
sorry.
Yes.
I'm just yeah. So I mean, just more or less when that happy wife, happy life is it's like with the fellas, it's a little bit easier. You know what I mean? We pretty much like for me, I'm a simple guy. If I got
Right.
a couple hot meals a week, some clean clothes, then I'm good. I'm golden. So you know what I'm saying that comes with the territory.
Mhm. Mhm. Right.
That's right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wait a minute. So, okay, guys. So, if you've just joined, I'm telling you, this has been awesome. Okay, and then it started getting meaty toward the end. That's how it
Yeah,
does. It
yeah,
started getting meaty toward the end, and
yeah.
then it's like, ah, 45 minutes gone. Okay.
Mhm.
But this has truly been a blessing. This has truly been a blessing. And so, Janae and Frank, is there anything you want to add that maybe we didn't touch base on today? Anything that's on your heart that you want to add to make sure that your listening audience take with them?
Yes. One thing I do want to share, with couples, they're out there, is to really share with your spouse, what is it about them that you're thankful for? You know,
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
because we want to, of course, we thank God for all things and His blessings, but it's also good to reflect and say, honey, I thank you for how you take care of the kids, or honey, I thank you for how you keep me encouraged, every day. Or one say, honey, I thank you for, giving me that spa day that I so desperately needed. So, just, couples this Thanksgiving, just, look at each other face to face, eyeball to eyeball, and tell them
I
exactly
love it.
what you're thankful for each other,
Mhm.
and just to kind of throw this out there, you get you some sparkling cider, dim the lights and everything, and just have a romantic Thanksgiving
Okay.
moment, and thank each other for, hey, what you mean to me, and what I mean to you, and just have that time of reflection. So I just wanted to share that with your audience, just to add. You know how at Thanksgiving meal you had a big meal, and then at the end you want to have that dessert, put that cherry right on top. That's what this is. And so I
Yes.
want to encourage couples to appreciate one another and let them know. Sometimes people don't like to talk or share, but take the time to share with your mate about them what you are thankful for.
Yes.
That's good. I like
Love
that.
it. I
I
love
like
it.
that.
I
The
love it.
cherry
I
on
love it.
top.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Boo
yes,
thing. Do you have
yes,
anything
yes.
to add to that? Do you have anything to add to that?
Just not too much. I'm really thankful of Janae and Frank for giving those tidbits. You just have to like with this, with everything that in light of everything that's going on now, being thankful and reminding your spouse of well, what you're thankful about them is like the cherry on the top. Like you said, it's one of those things where you all throughout the year you guys are really hustling and bustling and trying to get things done and had a whole lot on the plate. But at this time in this season, that is definitely a good tidbit where you can just look them in the eyes and say, I'm really thankful to God that you're here in the things that you do for me. So I
Mhm.
thank you guys both for that tidbit. That was
Well,
something that like I'm like, wow, you know what? Why did I think of that? You know what I mean? So it is just like and not to take away from anything. I think I tell my wife I'm thankful for everything that she's done
mhm,
and continues to do in my life, but to really take that time out and dedicate it to your
Mhm.
spouse to where you can just really give them pour your heart out to them. I think that's
yeah,
definitely a jewel for the
Mhm.
mhm,
season.
mm,
Yes, 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 yes. That
Yes.
is. That's awesome. That is awesome. So,
mhm.
yes, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining us on this What's Happening Wednesday. We had the marriage educators back, Frank and Janae McKnight, and this was awesome. Really focusing on this season, how to deal with certain things going on with the family gatherings, loss, and this has just been very, very informative, and it's just cool. I like it. It's laid back. We just, they giving it to us raw. You know what I'm saying? And I like it. Just give it. And even when you get the answers, like Henderson said, like, dang, that sounds That sounds so simple, but a lot of times things that sound so simple, we look over it because it's
Mhm.
just that. We think, oh, no, that's cool. We don't need to do that. But no, a lot of times just sitting there talking to someone face to face, like they said, and just letting them know how you appreciate them means the world to people. So,
Mhm.
I hope you guys
Yeah.
take this information that was given to you today. We will be back, okay? The marriage educators will be back next month, okay? So make sure you put that on your calendar. I believe they're scheduled for December 30th on What's Happening Wednesday. And we're just going to talk about more what's going on. It's so much that we can get from them. And I truly appreciate them coming on and sharing what God has blessed them with in this ministry. So before I go, I am going to put up here how you're able to get in contact with them if you have any business inquiries or you have any questions that you weren't able to ask today. You are able to email them at www.kingdommarriages2018 at gmail.com. And real quick, I'm going to put you guys back on. Let the people know about your YouTube channel and what's going on. So give them that information again, please.
Okay, so basically, you can go to YouTube and look up the marriage educators, and we have, I think it's nine, it may 9 episodes, and we deal with everything from communication to conflict to relationship issues and goals. We deal with a lot of different things as far as finances. I think it's another episode about let's talk about sex. We deal with a couple of things there, and we have another season that is coming up. Probably we'll be kicking it off at the end of December or early January. And we got a lot of new stuff that's coming with that. So some guest speakers, some different people that'll be coming on the show. So look for us for
Stay
that
tuned.
and
Yeah.
kind of catch up with the 9 episodes first, and then we'll just keep going from there.
Okay, I love that. Okay, catch up with the 9 episodes. Okay, do that first.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. So,
Absolutely.
guys, don't go anywhere. We're going to go ahead and do our outro. I really appreciate you guys joining us. Don't forget, if you're still on right now, put your cash app in the comments. Okay, What's Happening Wednesday would love to be a blessing to you. And if you would like to be on live with moi, okay, your girl MC Doree, go ahead and book your slot. Go directly to this page, What's Happening Wednesday, and book your slot. Okay, share with the community what God has given you. You guys hold on for a sec.
All right.
Showcasing businesses, entrepreneurs, events in the community with MC, Dirty, and PB. That's Bad Boy. We're live every Wednesday after 5.
We hope you enjoyed the show and join us after 5 every Wednesday on What's Happening Wednesday. Also, don't forget 7 p.m. Embassies of Christ is going to give you that midweek faith boost that's going to keep you going throughout the week. Join us at 4285 Cleveland Street, Gary, Indiana. What's Happening Wednesday would like to thank our sponsors. And if you would like to be a sponsor or on the show, DM me on What's Happening Wednesday Facebook page or email MUADerie community promotion at gmail.com. Thank you for your support. Now go be a blessing and share this video. You never know who may need it. And we'll see you next week on What's Happening Wednesday.